All right, so have you heard this one making $550 a day just from a free Google project management certificate?
Oh, yeah. I've seen that floating around.
Yeah, it's pretty intriguing. So today we're going to deep dive into it.
Sounds good.
We're looking at a YouTube video from the Superhuman's Life channel,
Okay.
which is all about making money online.
Hmm?
And this video claims you can make this much money per day with just this free certificate.
Interesting.
Now, we're not here to say if it's true or false or anything like that.
Sure.
We really want to break down the information, understand the logic,
Yep.
and see what valuable insights we can gain, even if, we're not all aspiring project managers.
Yeah, that's a good approach.
So to set the stage, the video starts by talking about this problem that, a lot of companies have, which is just wasted resources
Uh-huh.
due to poor project management.
Right.
And then they present the solution, which is Google's free project management certification program. Now sounds like a pretty sweet deal, right?
Yeah, free training, potentially more money. Who wouldn't be interested?
Exactly. But there is a little bit of they sort of skip over this,
What's that?
that the free access on Coursera is only for 7 days.
Yeah. That's right. You get the free trial, but then you got to pay if you want to keep going with the course.
Exactly.
So it's not entirely free.
Right. And so that's one of the first things I think that's interesting to deep dive into.
Yeah.
Is the paid Coursera subscription worth it?
Right.
Is it worth it to, actually get the certificate and finish the whole course?
Well, I think it depends on what you want to get out of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, are you serious about a career in project management?
Right. Are you doing this for career advancement?
Yep.
Is this a potential side hustle or
Or just for personal development, like just to
learn? Yeah.
expand your skill set.
Exactly, because the video kind of throws out this number.
Yeah.
An average annual salary of $77,000 for project managers in the U.S.
I mean, it's a decent salary, but is that really the average?
Right. Is that realistic? And I think that's where you come in.
Yeah, so 77K is a good starting point,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not the whole picture.
Okay.
I mean, first off, your experience level matters a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Someone brand new to project management, even with that certificate, they're not going to be making that kind of money right out of the gate.
Right. It makes sense.
And then location, too.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Some cities or regions just pay more for these roles.
Makes sense.
And then the industry and the size of the company, all that plays a role.
So it's not as easy as just get the certificate and boom, 6-figure salary.
Yeah, it's a bit more nuanced than that.
Right.
But, the video makes this point that project management skills can be valuable even outside of like a traditional 9-to-5 job.
Oh, for sure. Especially with freelancing and agencies.
Exactly. We're seeing this huge demand for specialized skills that you could do remotely.
Yeah.
And project management is a perfect example.
Think about it. Organization, efficiency, meeting deadlines, all that stuff. It's crucial for freelancers and agencies, just like it is for big companies.
Totally. And the video highlights a few ways to actually make money with these skills.
Yeah. Like what?
Like outside of just a typical job, like setting up ClickUp for businesses, offering consulting services, and even creating these packages for Upwork and Fiverr.
Interesting. So let's unpack those one by one.
Okay.
Let's start with ClickUp because the video really emphasizes that.
They do.
So the question is, why is this platform becoming so popular?
Yes.
What makes it stand out from other project management tools?
Right.
And how are freelancers using it to actually make money?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it seems like there's real opportunity there.
Yeah.
Especially with, the video giving examples of freelancers charging, significant fees for ClickUp setup and support.
Interesting. So what's driving that demand and how do you get into that market?
Well, it seems like some freelancers are becoming ClickUp specialists, like consultants, just for this one platform.
Interesting.
Businesses might get overwhelmed by all the features they need someone to guide them.
Right.
And that's where these experts come in.
And that ties into the whole niche expertise thing, right?
Exactly. Instead of trying to do everything, you become the go-to person for one specific skill or tool.
Right. And ClickUp is a pretty hot tool right now.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
But it's not just about knowing the tool inside and out.
Right.
You also got to know how to market yourself.
Yeah.
Package those skills into services that businesses will pay for.
Right.
And then build a reputation for doing good work.
Exactly. And the video doesn't just focus on ClickUp.
Oh, really?
It mentions other project management tools like Asana, Trello, and Monday.com.
Okay, so is it better to specialize in just one platform or learn multiple tools?
That's a great question and one that we should definitely dig into.
Yeah, because there are pros and cons to both approaches, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And the video also mentions that Asana and ClickUp both have these free training resources available.
Oh, that's cool. So you can at least check them out without spending any money.
Exactly. You can kind of get your feet wet
Yeah,
and see if it's something you're even interested in.
makes sense.
But I think at the end of the day, what we all want to know is, can you really make money doing this?
Yeah, that's the big question, right?
The video shares these examples from Fiverr.
Okay.
Like, there's this freelancer specializing in ClickUp with a 5-star rating.
Wow.
And then there's this agency that offers a 10-hour setup package with chat support.
That's a good idea.
It definitely makes it seem like a viable income stream.
Yeah, it does.
So we've got companies needing this expertise. We've got platforms like Fiverr connecting freelancers with clients. And then we've got all these free resources to get started.
It does seem like a solid path to explore, whether it's a side hustle or even a full-time career.
For sure. And those Fiverr examples are really interesting.
Yeah, let's break those down in more detail.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh.
We'll do that after the break.
Sounds good.
All right, so we're back. And we were just talking about these Fiverr examples.
Yeah, the freelancer with the 5-star rating specializing in ClickUp.
Right. What can we learn from their success?
I think it's a great example of how specializing in a specific tool can pay off.
Okay.
They've positioned themselves as the expert for ClickUp, and their 5-star rating shows they deliver.
Right, so those client testimonials are really important.
Absolutely, they're crucial.
Yeah.
It builds trust with potential clients when they see others have had a good experience.
Right, and the video also highlighted an agency offering like a 10-hour ClickUp setup package with chat support.
Yeah, that's a totally different approach.
It is. What do you think about that?
It's smart. They've turned their expertise into a productized service.
Okay.
Instead of just offering open-ended consulting,
Yeah.
they have a clearly defined, deliverable,
Right, a ClickUp setup.
exactly within a set time frame.
And they've even got the chat support added in.
Yeah, that's a great way to ensure client satisfaction.
Right, because you can get help even after the initial setup is done.
Exactly. It's like having a ClickUp expert on call.
Yeah, I like that. And the video mentioned all sorts of price points for these services.
Oh, yeah.
Starting from like $20 and going up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars.
Wow, that's a huge range.
What accounts for that?
Well, it's all about the different levels of complexity and value that freelancers and agencies are offering.
Okay.
Some might just do basic setup, while others offer more comprehensive services like customization, automation training, ongoing support.
Oh, so it could be a lot more than just like setting up the software.
Right. You could specialize in integrating ClickUp with other tools like Slack or Zapier to really streamline things for your clients.
Oh, that's a great point. So it's about finding those like, extra value propositions.
Exactly. And knowing how to price your services accordingly.
So it's like becoming a business owner almost.
Yeah, you could say that successful freelancers often wear many hats. They're not just good at their craft, but they also handle marketing, sales, customer service, and even basic accounting.
That's a lot.
It is.
So the video mentioned you can find similar gigs on Upwork.
Right.
What's the difference between like Fiverr and Upwork?
Well, they both connect freelancers with clients, but they have slightly different approaches.
Okay.
Fiverr is known for its gig format, where freelancers offer prepackaged services with set prices. Upwork is more project-based, where clients post jobs and freelancers submit proposals.
Interesting. So which one is better?
It really depends on your preferences and how you want to structure your services.
Okay. So it's worth trying out both.
Yeah, exactly. See which one aligns with your skills and target market.
Okay. And we were talking earlier about being proficient in multiple project management tools, not just ClickUp.
Right.
The video encouraged us to check out asana.trello.monday.com.
Yeah, those are all popular options.
Should someone try to learn all of them or just start with one?
It's good to be versatile, but you don't need to master every single platform to get started.
Okay, so maybe focus on one or two first.
Yeah, that's a solid approach.
Okay.
You can always learn new tools as you gain experience and see what clients are asking for.
So it's about striking that balance between specialization and adaptability.
Exactly. And that's key because technology is always changing.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be open to learning new things to stay competitive.
Right. But let's step back for a second.
Okay.
We've talked about skills, platforms, money, but what does a project manager actually do?
That's a good question.
Like, what are the day-to-day tasks?
It can vary a lot depending on the project and the industry.
Okay.
But there are some core tasks that apply across the board.
So what's the common thread?
At its heart, project management is about planning, organizing, and overseeing projects from start to finish.
Okay.
Making sure things stay on track, meet their objectives, and deliver value.
So it's not just about keeping things organized.
Right. It's about having a strategic vision for the project and making sure everyone is working towards the same goal.
Right. I've heard project managers compared to orchestra conductors,
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
bringing all the different parts together to
Exactly.
create something beautiful.
Exactly.
But what are some actual tasks that a project manager might do?
Well, they might define the project scope, create timelines, allocate resources, manage budgets, track progress, communicate with stakeholders, identify and mitigate risks.
It's a lot of responsibility.
It is.
Are there any personality traits that make someone good at this?
Definitely, you need strong organizational skills,
Builder.
good communication, time management, and problem-solving abilities.
So someone who likes to bring order to chaos.
Exactly.
That makes sense, and that's what's exciting about exploring this as a career.
Yeah, it's not just about making money. It's about finding a role that you're good at and that you enjoy.
That's a great point. But let's get back to that initial claim. Can you really make $550 a day with just a free Google Project Management certificate?
It's possible, but it's not a guarantee.
Okay.
The video is pretty optimistic,
Yeah.
but we need to be realistic.
So no magic formula for instant success.
Nope. Building a successful freelance career takes work dedication and a strategic approach.
And probably a good dose of patience.
Absolutely. But before we wrap up, let's talk about some of the challenges that freelancers might face in this field.
Yeah, let's unpack those and see if we can offer some advice.
Sounds good.
So we've talked about, the skills and platforms
Mm-hmm.
and even the potential income.
Right.
But we've also hinted at the fact that freelancing,
Yeah,
it's not always a walk in the park.
it can be tough.
What are some of those hurdles?
Like, what are the challenges that someone might actually face?
Exactly.
Well, one of the biggest ones is simply finding clients.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
The market can be super competitive,
Right?
and you got to stand out from the crowd to attract the right clients.
So it's not just about being good at project management.
Right. You also need to market yourself effectively.
Right. You need to be able to sell those skills.
Exactly. And then even once you find clients, managing your time is crucial.
Oh, yeah, that's huge.
Freelancing often means juggling multiple projects and deadlines.
Uh-huh.
So you got to be organized.
Right. And if you're coming from a 9 to 5,
Yeah,
where you had someone telling you what to do and when to do it,
it's a big adjustment.
it's a totally different mindset, right?
Absolutely. Freelancers need to be self-motivated and disciplined.
Right.
They're basically running their own businesses.
Yeah.
Which means handling everything from client communication to invoicing.
Oh, yeah. And all the accounting stuff.
Exactly. And then on top of all that, you have to adapt to the market.
Oh, yeah, because it's always changing.
Technology changes so fast. New platforms emerge. Client demands shift.
Right.
We got to stay up to date to stay competitive.
So it's a constant learning process.
It is.
It's not a one and done type of thing. You're always learning something new.
Exactly.
But we've talked about the challenge. Let's talk about the good stuff.
Yeah.
What are the benefits of this freelance life?
Well, flexibility and autonomy are huge.
Oh, yeah, you're your own boss.
Exactly. You set your own schedule, work from anywhere, do projects that you're actually interested in.
You have control.
Yeah. And of course, the financial potential is a big draw for a lot of people.
Yeah, we saw those Fiverr examples.
Exactly.
People making good money.
You could build a business based on your skills.
Right, so it's more than just trading time for money.
Exactly.
So can you really make $550 a day with just this free certificate?
It's possible,
Okay,
but it's not a guarantee.
right.
There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
Your skills, marketing, time management, even a bit of luck.
So it's not a get-rich-quick scheme,
Definitely not.
but it's a legitimate path.
Yeah, if you're willing to put in the work.
Okay, so what have we learned today?
Well, we've learned that project management is a valuable skill set.
Uh-huh.
It's in high demand, and there are a lot of ways to use it to make money.
Right, but it's not a cakewalk.
No, you got to be willing to hustle market yourself, stay up to date. But the opportunity is definitely there.
Exactly.
And with the internet and a desire to learn,
Yeah,
anyone can acquire these skills and build a fulfilling career.
I think that's the key takeaway, right?
Yeah, the opportunity's out there.
And it's interesting. This whole conversation started from a single YouTube video,
Right.
but it's really opened up this whole discussion about
Yeah.
the future of work online, learning the importance of being adaptable.
It's an exciting time to be alive.
It is. And what's the final thought you'd like to leave our listener with?
I'd say think beyond just the specific things we've talked about today.
Okay.
What other interests or skills do you have that you could turn into a career or a side hustle?
Yeah, that's a great point.
There are so many resources out there.
Yeah.
So be curious. Identify those in-demand skills.
And take action.
Exactly. Put in the effort, and you never know what you might achieve.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you for joining us today.
It was my pleasure.
And to our listeners, keep diving deep and exploring those possibilities.
Great advice.